came out of Planet Fitness, and there is a man shaving in a woman's bathroom. I realize he wants to be a woman. He gets to be a woman. I love him in Planet Fitness, and there is a man shaving in a woman's bathroom. I realize he wants to be a woman. He gets to be a woman. I love him in Christ. He's a spiritual being having a human experience. He doesn't like his gender, so he wants to be a woman, but I'm not comfortable with him shaving in my bathroom. Day 2 of Planet Fitness saga. I came in Monday. There's a man in the women's locker room. A little girl sitting in the corner. She could have been 12 years old in a towel. Kind of freaked out that there's a man. Well, I was offended. I took a picture of him and I asked him, why are you there? You're a man with a penis.
Oh, no.
Why are you in the women's locker room? He justified by saying I'm queer LGBT, and I said you shouldn't be in the women's locker room. This morning I got canceled. Planet Fitness is defending the man in the women's locker room. It's rather disturbing. I would like for you women to stand up and have a voice on these shenanigans. I just want to tell Samantha and Joe that work there and own it, thank you so much for canceling my membership. You saved me the trip. Have a great day.
Cancel Planet
Can we go back on the picture of the dude? He looked like he trying to.
Dude.
That is the dude. He looked like he's trying to snatch from little kids
He
up.
does, bro. He probably got out there and went to a white van.
This is crazy, bro.
It says ever since this, Planet Fitness has lost $400 million in market value in the past few days.
I promise you, if my daughter was
Good
in
job,
there,
America. Good job, America.
If
See,
I
that
had
shows you there's some good people out
it's
there. Some good people out there. I have hope in this country.
In the last 5 days, they lost $400 million.
How do y'all feel? How do you feel, Planet Fitness? Do you feel stupid?
It's a cheap gym membership. I personally
Do they have a
don't go
sauna? They have a sauna in there?
Fuck no, they don't got no sauna
Hey.
in
They got
there.
nothing. That's what we had in Kansas. I used to.
this
do
all
that.
I'm gonna say. If my daughter was in there,
They don't even got a free bench or squat. It's a Smith machine.
It's a great value gym, honestly.
Lifetime.
I wouldn't work out there.
No, this
Me
is
personally,
actually a
I'm
big
bougie.
problem.
I would have beat him up
I'd
so
rather go
bad,
to the
bro.
I'd rather go to the YMCA
Imagine
than
my
Planet
daughter.
Fitness.
I have a daughter, guys.
I'd have beat him up so bad, bro. If a little girl
Let's just
came,
start
it's a
the
man
video.
in there.
Let's just start the video. Hey man, I'm not.
I'ma
say
crash
camera.
on him so
I'm not gonna say
bad.
on camera what I do. I might actually one hook good chick.
That's weird,
Try to
bro.
lay him, make him come all the way down on his knees.
But I
That's
see
not
why.
normal.
I see why Lifetime said you can't go in there without.
You be wild,
Bro, I know, but if you good
be
chick,
wildin',
you
bro.
been down it. But yeah, that did sound bad. I'm sorry, America. I'm sorry, America.
You sound like Bernie Mac. I'm sorry, America.
I'm sorry,
America, wake up.
America literally wake up.
What is a woman?
Anyone who wants to identify themselves as a woman.
Oh man. Anyone who wants to identify as a woman. A woman is a biological female or someone who completely transitions into a woman.
Biological female, but I also agree because there's women, but there's also trans women.
A woman is an individual whose sex corresponds with that of the only sex which can produce offspring.
Socially, I think they can be. If you're presenting fully, it doesn't matter what's down there, that's, I guess, you and your partner's business, but if you're presenting fully, then...
Can you be a black man?
Can I?
Yeah.
No.
Can you center up?
Why not?
Why not?
Because I'm not.
What if you present yourself as being one?
Confusion.
I mean, if
Delusion.
I fully committed...
That would just be blackface.
Yeah, like if I literally could become one, sure. Like, all I'm saying is that if...
What do you mean become one?
What do you mean by that?
Okay, wait. What I'm saying is that if there is a person or a trans woman just going about their day, whatever, and you didn't know that they were a trans woman, I would say socially that they could be considered a woman just for the sake of just being, just having it easy. I'm not gonna...
So if I showed up at a party and I pulled a rabbit out of a hat, does that mean that socially I could do magic? Or would I just be presenting an illusion?
I think a little bit of both. If you could trick people. I'm not saying that it's not an illusion.
If you can trick people, right, if you can trick them. So it wouldn't change the fact of the matter. It would be a trick.
No,
So if you presented yourself as a black man, would that be the fact of the matter or would it be a trick?
Oh.
It would, I guess, be a trick.
Gotcha.
I don't see how you can make the argument that, you know, the trans argument, but then when someone says the race thing, like, oh, well, can you be a black, if you know, if they're white, you can't be black, they'll say, well, because you're not. Well, it's the same thing. You can't be a woman, or, you know, because you're not. It's the same thing. It's the literal same thing.
Or would it be a trick?
This is mental illness.
I guess, be a trick
at the highest.
Gotcha.
I can't physically become a black man.
Oh, then how come a man can physically become a woman ever, or a woman physically become a man?
I think surface level they can.
Surface
they
level.
can't.
Well, what does that mean, though? That just means that they're tricking you, right?
Yes, definitely. Just tricking
So
you.
what you're saying is that there are some people out there who can trick you into believing a thing which is not true.
Damn.
Yes.
Damn.
Okay. Well, then if that's the case, then I agree.
Me too. He just demolished her. I've never seen.
Hold on. What's the rest of the clip? I want to see what she says back to that.
Dang, bro.
That was a good clip.
It's really like mental illness right now, bro. It's just.
Look at what she has on her face right here in the middle. That explains everything I need to see. That tells you all you need to know.
I'm not even trying to be a butthole no
more. You
more.
look at that person and you think, oh, okay. I'll tell. Never mind. I wouldn't argue with these people. I would just sit there and say, you know what, y'all?
You're right, bro.
You're right.
Yeah, man.
You're
no, that's the
right.
problem, though.
That is the problem.
Because people
Too
probably
many people doing that.
That is the problem.
Maybe that's why they win in the argument. Because people are just so sick of that shit, and they just see that there's no way that they're. So they're just like, just tell them you're right, and then they think they're actually right.
What is a woman?
Oh, that's such a deep question.
Why so deep?
I don't know how to answer that.
I mean, I guess a woman is now there's a lot of gender fluidity. And so a woman is anybody that either defines as a woman, or in the terms of biology, a female person that can carry a baby. But a woman is anybody who defines as a woman.
I don't think it's like defined. I think if somebody identifies as a woman, then they are a woman. I don't think there's any like biological or psychological determinants to what a woman can be.
Whoever feels as though she is one.
Imagine these women voting on a voting poll. Imagine this woman right here
don't
voting
say
on
that,
a voting
bro.
poll,
Don't say that, bro.
Where do you think she's gonna vote?
Bro, you know she gonna vote left, but you know the Me Too movement was gonna say that's just like.
But if you
trying to
can't-
say they can't vote now.
But if you can't logically distinguish a man and a woman, I don't think you should be allowed to vote.
Me either.
Like, I just don't get it. But next clip. I've been researching and listening to things, y'all. Did you know to join the military, you have to have an IQ over 85? If you don't have that, you're not getting in.
Yeah, now it's fast.
So, why don't we have that for voting?
It's a good point.
That's
why
crazy.
Vivek came with a good solution. Everybody said it sounded
Yeah, the
crazy,
civics
but
test?
no, he said to be 25, I think, to vote, or 20. What did he say? Something like 21 or something like
But
that.
he said pass. You also have to pass the same test that immigrants have to pass to get here. To vote.
Yeah.
That should be easy.
Yes.
No, I heard that test is hard.
Remember when we were taking it?
We was taking it on here.
We were taking it. It seemed pretty easy.
It was easy,
you
bro.
studied
Was
a
that the
little
real
bit.
test?
Studied a
I
little
don't know if
bit.
it was the real test.
I feel like we
But those
can
are
eat
the type of questions
that.
that go on the test.
I
You
feel
know,
like
I can
I'd
Google
do
guys and look at the civics
We're gonna do
test.
it again, y'all.
I'll go
That was
crazy.
fun.
I'll go crazy.
I was having
If you studied for a little bit, I mean, even a day, you'll get 100.
I don't even have to study. You don't know American history.
But, hey,
That's
no,
a problem.
They need to put on the poll. What do you think a woman is? And if you can't answer that correctly,
See, if we're gonna keep it all the way 100, that's gonna, that's not right.
oh, then we don't.
Technically,
Guess what? Oh, we don't want a strong country. So okay, all right.
Well,
then
we
that's
don't.
the answer.
That's
If everybody allowed to speak this rhetoric out.
You have to let them speak.
I'm gonna keep it 100, bro.
We're not gonna be the best country then. Let's leave it
Because
at
like all countries that had this problem fail in the
Yeah,
Bible.
No,
And
in history, not just
even in
all
history.
recorded history.
The country that had this type of
Yes.
So if they don't
ideology
want to,
failed.
if they don't
They
want to
did.
cancel this ideology, we don't want to be the best country. Let's leave it.
No,
at
that's
that.
real though.
Should biological females have the option of a female-only change room?
Fair and safe would be allowing them to be in a female category because they identify as a female and that is
It's
what they
only
want.
women, bro.
Is it
That's
fair
what
and
hurts
safe
my
for
heart.
biological females?
I would feel completely safe.
Are there physical advantages biological males have over biological females?
Sometimes women can work 10 times harder than a man and be way better. We're just different.
On average, are men stronger than women?
Yes.
Are we talking
Yes.
like strength?
I don't know, bench press, whatever metric you want to use.
I suppose, yeah.
And if they are, would that confer an unfair advantage to biological men who went into women's categories? Would that confer an unfair advantage on them?
Yes.
No. They're a woman. They should be allowed to be in there.
If that's the case, why separate sports at all if we
fucking killing me.
don't draw that distinction between biological males and biological females and the advantages that might come with respect to physical strength as a consequence of, say, testosterone throughout development and in the moment? My concern would be that we wouldn't have fair competition for biological females and that the competitions would be dominated by biological males.
I totally disagree with that. Okay, so what have I said that's racist? Seriously. I mean, like, this is what...
Take your hat off. That's not
This has
racist.
nothing to do with the race and everything to do with the rule of law. Immigration's about the rule of law.
Immigration is about keeping the others out, even though this country was founded on genocide.
America is the most tolerant, multiracial country in the world.
They want to be inflammatory. Do not support or engage in this toxic
This is exactly what I'm talking about, is that we have lost our ability to have a conversation in this country.
See, it's always
liberals that do this.
You're not. If you don't agree,
you challenge it with facts and
they
dialogue, and then they walk away.
I feel like in my life, based on my experiences, I've noticed that liberals are more likely to make a scene and like be difficult on a disagreement than a conservative is. And I've noticed that my whole life. Even when I was someone who didn't think conservatively and I thought I was a Democrat and that was the way to go because conservatives are racist, I noticed that people with conservative values will still talk to you even if you disagree rather than someone who doesn't.
I think it's because theirs is like, if you don't agree with me, you're a bad person.
Facts.
Whereas the other side is like, if you don't agree with me, well, you just don't agree with me. You think different.
This is all right, brother.
I just can't believe America created this many pussies and this many idiots.
Well, they babyfied us, bro.
The whole thing with the women defending the trans women thing, I don't understand how they don't see how that plays into an unfair.
The Me Too movement?
It plays into unfairness on their behalf, and they're like they advocate for it and defend it in the name of being like a righteous person. But whole time, like it exploits you and causes harm to you and your opportunities as a real biological born woman. To say that a man can be a woman and invade your space and take opportunities from you because he is now a woman like you. That to me is absolutely fucking brain dead.
Man, I've been an athlete my whole life. I'm really training for the Olympics right now. I've never met a woman in my life that agrees with having men and women's sports. Never, not once.
Because you've been in the South all your life, buddy.
But I feel like I've been around athletes all my life. Even if you go to athletes in California, anywhere, I could not tell you a woman athlete that's actually cold, like high level, that would like agree with that. Even if they are liberals, I don't think they would go for that.
Where is a systemic issue? Where is a law that's in the system? Where's a policy that's in the system of systemic racism in our country?
I don't want to talk anymore.
Gotcha, bitch. Women are left out of the conversation because a lot of the time men don't think that it's worth their time to watch a quote-unquote women's film. And I mean, it was enjoyed by women all over the world.
If women produce good content, they'll get all the accolades. I don't understand this obsession
What's your bar for
with Barbie, because Barbie as a character is quite unlikable. She treats Ken horribly. I don't understand why you're having this horrible plastic person being kind of the echelon or the upper echelon of the ultimate woman. It's ridiculous. So apart from the fact that she's a horrible character, the film was trash. They spent more money on the marketing than the actual content production, which shows a lot. You know, this idea that women always have to be nominated or you always have to have some diverse category to show that there's progress is ridiculous. This is why Hollywood has suffered so much. Hollywood has had bad film years. In 2001, when Halle Berry won the Oscar, it was a pretty slow film year. But you couldn't argue that the content was terrible. Now the content is terrible because you can't make anything that you want to, because everything has to have some diversity push.
And even when you do, maternal love is the love that's going to change the future of mankind. So we'd like you to...
we like to say people kind, not necessarily mankind, because it's more inclusive.
There we go, exactly. Yes, thank you.
We can all learn from each other.
Shut up, bitch!
You can't say women anymore. We've got to say bodies with vaginas. You can't say hip, hip, hooray anymore because it could offend people with a hip injury. You can't have an admissions office at some universities now. You have to call it Office of Enrollment Management, because if you say admissions office, that suggests somebody's going to be rejected. You know, who is it that's pushing this? Well, I'm telling you who's pushing it. It's virtue signaling corporations and universities.
It's the universities are doing it bad.
We still had an Office of Admissions at my college.
Down south.
We've actually been campaigning to get Manchester changed to Personchester, just to make the place a little bit more inclusive.
It's 2023, it's not the 1940s anymore. It's scandalous, really.
I totally share the rage. I mean, how many non-identifying males have been in the car on the M60, seen the Manchester sign and thought, oh, I'm not welcome?
It's heartbreaking, really.
I just get emotional sometimes when I think about it.
Bro, they are.
Oak Grove, California, where parents caught wind of a secret pride club for their elementary school kids.
I beg your pardon?
Parents say a teacher came to their 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, pitching them on an after-school club where boys could crush on boys and girls could crush on girls. Seems like something parents might want to know about.
Hell no.
But for some reason, the school never told them the club was happening. And they're not happy.
The fact that the club is called UBU in certain circumstances, the Rainbow Clubs and others, shows the intentional deception surrounding the club.
This elementary school requires permission to participate in gardening club, but somehow this club got lost in the shuffle of things, according to the principal.
They just promote kids to have sex.
No, they're promoting children to be gay, bro.
Yeah, but like, how are you gay if you only attracted to the other person?
That's literally what being gay is.
So like, no, I'm saying, but listen. But if you're attracted to the other person, what you want to do then,
brother?
You elementary,
they
middle
just
school,
children,
bro.
Man, they promote it, bro.
You're taking it a step further, bro.
Man, I feel like it's getting taken that further.
I mean,
and I feel like it's getting taken that further to me.
With those woke books in the library.
So what you talking
about? Just a club after school, like, but
it's after school.
It's promoting.
It's the elementary students.
It's elementary school students promoting homosexual behavior.
That's sex. That's promoting sex.
What do you do?
What else you doing out there?
They don't have. Yeah, it is.
It's promoting sex. It's promoting sex. How you not? It's promoting sex, bro. There's no other way you can look at it.
There's no club at school for boys and girls to mingle. This is Joe's club. This is flirt club for the boys and girls.
This is for sex.
That's promoting sex.
All right, bro. Come on.
Ty's right. They're promoting sex. Gay sex at that.
Hey guys, update.
God, if he's scared.
I didn't get the job. I just got the email. I'm guessing my parents had a lot to do with it.
I'm not understanding why.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Here is the update on the interview I just had. So I walk in, and this older guy is at a desk, and he looks me up and down, and I go, "Hi, I'm, full name. I'm here for the interview." And he goes, "Your full name?" And I go, "Yep, that's me." He seemed a little disappointed for some reason, but I was trying to keep it cheerful and, see if I still have my chance, I guess. But no, it turns out all of a sudden he actually hired someone and had this whole elaborate backstory for this person that he supposedly just hired. And if that elaborate, totally real person doesn't work out, guess who's getting a call?
I just don't understand how people don't understand that your physical appearance plays a part in hiring practices. Like, they're not, obviously, most employers are the equal opportunity employers where they don't discriminate in their hiring process based on, your sex or race, things like that. But your physical appearance, i.e. hair being pink and green and piercings and tattoos, that 100% plays a factor into getting hired. That
and I don't think that's not a discrimination.
I don't think that's discrimination. Me personally, I'm a business owner. Depending on what type of business I have, I don't want people with pierced up noses and eyebrows and lips and tattoos on their faces and represent my business.
With common sense. Our founding fathers were common sense men.
I don't mind if they have tattoos, but depending on the placement
how
of
much.
tattoos.
Let's be real though, bro. When our founding fathers said
on some tattoos,
but when our founding fathers said everybody deserves free speech.
Anything that can't be covered up by a long sleeve shirt, you might be in trouble.
Look though. When our founding fathers said everybody deserves free speech, do y'all think that they meant? Do you think they thought it was gonna get this far?
They didn't think it was gonna get this
far. So we gotta figure something out.
They're trying to take that
and
away.
we still want America. We gotta figure out something about it, brother. Because they did not think it was gonna get this far. Everybody deserves a voice. I do agree with it. But when you're voting on stuff and off your feelings, they can't be.
See, Jordan Peterson talked about this because he got canceled because he was a professor in Canada and he got canceled because there was a bill that all the people at the school and then the universities there were gonna have after if someone comes in, they want to be they or whatever. The professor's on. People had to call him that, and he said, "I'm not doing that shit." They fired him, and that's how he really blew.
What? That's insane. You think our founding fathers thought that this shit was gonna get this bad, guys? Okay, you know what? I thought that I said we had a bright future yesterday, but every time I just see more clips, just like
we don't. People are not. This is creating.
Look,
at the same time, this is rising. It's creating outrage on the other side, and it's silent because the people can't speak out on it because you'll get canceled. But silently, a lot of people are on the other side.
Well,
so
if 80% of America had common sense, then we could be looking at something good here.
I would say 75% of America.
Nah.
I think because there's only 1 point. How many people are
trans? Not that many.
Yeah, how many people are that?
Let's be real. If you vote,
and you can give another 14% that agree with it. But I would say secretly, if you put a lie detector test on 75% of people, they would say it's not okay, especially to push on kids.
I feel like that's a universal sentiment.
I think it's probably higher than 75.
Let's see what percent of America votes a Republican.
That's
different.
They're not voting that.
I don't think that matters.
Especially with black people, they're not voting that to vote for trans. They're voting Democrat because they think Republicans are racist. They don't know what they're voting for.
We have 13% black people in America.
They don't know what they're voting for.
Only 3% have sense.
They don't know what they're voting for, bro.
He said 3. He said 3. That's insane.
You give us more than 3?
I feel like it's a low amount.
19% black people vote Republican, bro. Come on now. They ain't got common sense, bro. Come on, let's be real. It's 49, 51.
They don't know what they're voting
I think
for,
51% of America votes Democrat. I think 49 votes Republican.
We'll see what happens this time.
So let's be real though. At least 25% of the people that vote Democrat are just complete dumbasses.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so it's at least 25%.
We can't say dumbass. This is like a mixture of young people
come on, bro.
that ain't gained wisdom.
We didn't see all the policies. They don't even make sense.
They don't look at them.
If you vote Democrat,
they're not knowing.
And if you're not looking at it, should you vote?
No.
Exactly. So we're not going off the things that I don't think our founding fathers thought it was gonna get this bad, bro. So we gotta actually make a change. I ain't gonna lie. Vivek might not have been.
Vivek, everything we need
with that 25, bro.
I wish we could have Vivek.
He might not have been wrong with that, bro.
He was right.
He might have been right.
But the only problem is you sending kids to die for this nation and not be able to vote.
It's all right. Half of them probably don't even know what the hell they talking about.
I feel like that's a problem. If I'm
that's your problem. That's a problem with your feelings, though. I know. That's a problem with your feelings, though.
That's not feelings.
Yeah, it is. Because you're going out there.
You're dying for this country and you telling me you can't vote for what policy should and shouldn't be. That's a problem, in my opinion.
I agree.
I do agree.
I agree.
But then
100%.
we're gonna continue to have stuff like this.
But they're not the people that's doing this weird stuff. Is not the people that's not. You see what I'm saying? Well, they are having that. Some of them are nowadays, but a lot of military.
Contagious.
I'm gonna keep it, at least 50% of America shouldn't vote.